and you had an item that was like in the top 10 as like your go-to, you would have been better off just having that extra hour on the go-to. And you can only interact with the market board so fast. You're glad they don't allow auction house add-ons? I mean, auction house add-ons are there to replace bad market boards. So, like, the WoW board from 8.3, before that, add-ons were necessary to interact with the WoW board. So if they got rid of the API and said no more market add-ons with the new market board, I wouldn't be that offended. I would, however. So, no, I mean TSM, Trade Skill Master. I like Trade Skill Master. I'd rather them build it in native. I think right now we have a whole side of players that like making money or like going and farming things with an objective that don't do it because the market board is garbage. It's one of the weakest components of Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy does so much well. The market board is just not on that list.
Pathetic.
All right.
You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man.
I'm making all my stuff in Lord's Mobile right now. Queuing up the next round of things.
If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence,
cool.
Both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition.
All right.
Know you the root of this corruption?
You quite like the market board in comparison? So it's clumsy.
Like a parasite,
it's clumsy.
burned out
Managing large number of auctions across multiple retainers is really
and not
cumbersome. Managing inventories across multiple retainers is really cumbersome. And auctions never, ever, ever expire. And so you're never given a feedback mechanism to tell you you've had something listed for 3 weeks and it's not selling because the price is too high or nobody wants it. And so it allows people to screw themselves through just lack of information because of a bad interface, not because that person is not capable of making an informed market decision if they had better access to the info. And so it requires all this like bookkeeping on your end because it's insufficient. Not to mention that to the prices, what that does is that means that a price can never really go up as long as active players have it listed. Prices can only go down. And so people always complain that bots are devaluing the economy, but the market board is devaluing the economy. Yes, bots are helping. So. You're up to 5 million. There you go. So I think a lot of the things that add-ons do in WoW are because the game wasn't willing to step up and do those things. So like, 14 doesn't need boss add-ons, WoW does. Getting a Mythic plus 15 clear with a boss add-ons is still hard.
cannot be undone.
Right? So, getting that, but in 14, like, it's very easy to read the mechanics. And so having something tell you to get out of a mechanic, that mechanic was communicated just like the time it was before, the time it was before, the time it was before. And so, like, you don't need it. So, like, boss add-ons in 14, I think, are much less necessary than they are in WoW. WoW has not needed that, and so that's allowed WoW graphically to do some really cool stuff. It's allowed them to... What am I... Oh, I'm supposed to be on a monk. Alright, so that's all of my roulettes.